Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Beauty and Bullshit. We are so excited. Can you tell how excited I am, Jen?
So excited.
I know, I am like going nuts here. So we are here with Mommy Wine Time, but that is not her name.
It's not.
Angela.
It's Angela.
It's not. Angela. Everybody knows of you. I mean, all our mommy friends and all our women followers like totally follow you. I'm going to shut my mouth because I need you to do like a full introduction for us. And really, we need to like just go at it.
Okay. Well, my name is Angela. As she said, I have 3 kids that are 4 and under. So a lot of people would call me insane, and a lot of people would be like, I understand the wine. But so I started this Instagram account when my oldest, who's 4.5, was 6 months old. I was like bitching and complaining about like this and that about motherhood. And my husband looks at me one night and he's like, dude, like you need an outlet. And I was like, what do you mean? And he was like, I can't handle your sarcastic comments about everything. Like, find an outlet. So I was sitting there like feeding my son one night, and I was like, okay, if this handle is available, I'm creating an Instagram account. So I typed in MommyWineTime because it was like a play on words, and it was available. And here I am. I specifically remember. Wait, are you being attacked by a bug?
Only
Are you being attacked right now?
Jen, what is that?
Do I need to call an exterminator for you?
Not even. I'm sorry, Angela. The thing is that
You can't make this up.
you can't make this shit up because if you knew her day, it's probably the killer bee or whatever that's coming out.
Is that hornet? It's
Killer
a moth.
hornet.
I have a moth, and it's looking at me, and it knows that I'm recording live right now. So just welcome.
I'm dying.
As long as it's not a murder hornet.
I need tequila.
Wait, really quick. Cheers on that.
Cheers.
Cheers on that.
I'm so sorry, Angela. I apologize.
No, that is amazing. And that is how I would have reacted as well.
We always said we're gonna have a blooper, like was bloopers, right? One day that's like going in there one day. Jen like this in the middle of you talking.
This is out of control. I'm just waiting for an alien at this point to come on in and just hang out with me today.
It's usually like I'll fall over.
Gets the alien's turn to like making them.
That was the best. I'm so sorry.
I apologize.
No, do not apologize.
I'm glad it's you, and you're just like a typical mom woman. Like you would get this. How this would just like absolutely. This is real.
Right. My 2 oldest are boys, so like most of my day consists of them like putting earthworms in my hand and being like, Mom, look at this, and me being like, are you kidding me right now? Like, no, this is not okay.
Oh my God, that was hilarious. But so, all right, so your husband, he had told you to, you needed an outlet, so you wind up writing Mommy Wine Time because it was available.
Yeah. So I originally started it and I was like, I'm going to be like this anonymous person who just talks about all of the struggles of motherhood. And then I specifically remember, so that was probably in like March. And in September, my parents took me out for my birthday dinner and I was like, Mom, Dad, 1,000 people follow me on my Mommy Wine Time. Like they care about what I have to say. And I remember just being so proud that I was connecting with 1,000 mothers. To me, that felt like such a huge thing because the reason I started it was to be like, hey, shit kind of sucks sometimes, and it's okay to call it out and be like, dude, this is not fun every day. Because so much of social media is just the good parts and the picture perfect pictures and the, art classes that people do. But a lot of times it's like, will you please watch this iPad so I can freaking make dinner right now? Like, please stop, leave me alone, and stop saying mom for 30 seconds. So I wanted to highlight that side of it too. And so that's why I feel like I've connected with a lot of people.
So that is one of the biggest things of why I love you, because you are so goddamn relatable. I mean, there's so many different bloggers and influencers, and there's the moms out there that are like, everything is so perfect, and I love it. And like, it's great. It's really great. But I am not that mom at all. Jen is not that mom at all. We talk about it. I mean, we did our first like TikTok during quarantine, and she was like, Jen was like, I'm gonna kill my daughter. Like, I can't 2 hours on that. And I'm like, Jen, like, stop. Like, you're not gonna kill your daughter. So I'm like, let me try it. I'm like, I'm gonna kill my daughter. I can't do it. But like,
we both didn't talk to our daughters for like a week. They were mad at us. We were mad at them. It was a really bad situation.
I didn't get I couldn't.
Yeah.
I'm not cool.
You didn't hit at the right time. I am so thankful for two things. Number one, that I wasn't in college or high school at the time of TikTok. And number two, that I don't have kids right now that are into TikTok, because my oldest is 4.5.
Oh, okay.
So I feel like I'm like skating through that terrible phase.
You're lucky. You're very lucky.
I'm at the worst storm. I have a daughter who's at the TikTok, and I have a son who's Minecrafting. So I'm like, I don't want to build like with the, but I have to, you want to relate. And yes, we're cheers to you. Cheers to my house. Cheers to my house. Mm-hmm. But going back to that of how you're like, your post, so when you post these funny things and you're like, oh my God, I can relate to her, I love it. But then you have that softness that like, I'm going to go into some of your posting and stuff, but you're like, these are the moments, like we're moms. We love our kids. We've all seen that bad moms movies when they're sitting around eating and they're like, fucking love him though, but I love him, and that's like, at the end of the day, when we're like, I need our drink, but we're like, oh my God, I love our kids so much. And that's why here you come out. And I remember, because we always look for quotes and stuff, and I'm like, MommyWineTime, like she got, like, what is going on? And I also noticed that you also look at other people's quotes and you'll post them and they're relatable to you. And I think when we spoke, I was like, you're from Jersey, right? And then Jen was like, oh my God, no, she's from Kansas City, right?
Yes.
Like what? So we got to talk about that a little bit, because that blew me away too. Like, are you born and raised there? Like what's
Yeah, born and raised. I spent 8 years in St. Louis. I went to school at St. Louis University and then stayed there for 4 years afterwards. But born and raised in Kansas City, was so excited to come back, Midwest girl. But one of my like closest friends, and it's crazy because like I said, I started this Instagram account and now I have like these close friends who are in all different parts of the world, which I think is amazing. Because I'm connecting to all of these women on different things. But her name's Tara, and her account is Modern Mom Prob. She has like 500,000 followers at this point. But she's in Jersey, and so she's in the thick of everything right now. But she's one of those people who we connected on the exact same thing. We're going to tell it like it is. You have to understand that like stuff is hard and we can commiserate on the bad times, but then like you have to understand that we get these haters that are like, why'd you have kids then? Like if you're going to just complain about it all day, why'd you have kids? And it's like, you obviously haven't looked at my feed, because I love being a mother so much more than I bitch about being a mother.
Of course.
I can't get to those lovable moments if I don't bitch about them every once in a while.
Of course. And I have to say, if you're on social media and you're saying this is like everything is perfect, it's not. Like, let's just like call that how it is, you know, like 100%.
Yeah.
So
and my husband and I talk about that all the time. We're like, when it comes to couples and stuff, it's the ones that are like my rock, my angel every single day, like
So
man
annoying.
crush Monday, man crush Tuesday, and then it's like, we know you, we've been to dinner parties with you.
Yes.
You guys don't speak to each other.
Never. No, that's so true.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, because I'm gonna actually pull up one of my favorite posts, but before I get to that, so when did you go? You said to your parents, "Oh my God, I have 1,000 followers." When did it go from 1,000 to 100 and something thousand? Like, when was that transition where you're like, "Oh, okay, well, this jumped a little bit"? Was there like a time, or you just number rising?
So I'm trying to think of it, because my sister got married, I think it was 2 years ago in August. And I remember not random, I mean, it was like a friend of a friend who was at the wedding, and they came up to me and they were like, "I love your Instagram account." And I specifically remember saying to them, yeah, my husband says he's going to buy me a bottle of champagne when I reach 50,000 followers, which sounds obnoxious and like whatever. But like, I had poured a lot of myself into revealing my thoughts on motherhood. And it was like in the next couple weeks that I reached 50,000 followers. So that was 2 years ago that I reached 50,000 in August. And now I'm at like 175. I don't know. I feel like it's just something where if you post something that relates to people, then they post it, they tag people, and people relate, and they're like, okay, I'll follow this person. And I talk about this all the time. Like, my name's MommyWineTime, but it's not all about wine. It's about taking a moment to decompress and just, be like, I don't have anyone touching me right now.
Yes.
Including my husband.
So true. It's your moment. Absolutely. Okay, so this I wanted to really touch base on. Okay, so I'm gonna read this one. There's a lot. I had to, this is really funny. Okay. First friend's baby shower. Aw, that baby wiper warmer will be so useful. Cute infant shoes. 10th friend's baby shower. Return it. Also, how do you feel about hemorrhoids and 70s style bushes? So I had to say this one for so many reasons. So on a personal note,
it sounds like our conversation.
My wax girl. So there's so many things on this, because I went through IVF. I felt like I was in quarantine going through infertility. I was on bed rest my daughter came early for 7.5 months. Like, I always tell people, like, I'm like, I've actually been through quarantine. I was stuck in my house, like bed rest, like, you can't leave your house. And I was strict, 5 minutes up, take a shower, back in bed, and that was for literally 7.5 months. But then when she came, she couldn't get RSV. You couldn't touch her, you couldn't smell her, you couldn't do anything. So it was like everything was organic. And then my son came, and I was like, who wants to hold him? Oh, you have the flu? It's okay. Hold him. I need a break. So and there was like no organic. I was like, McDonald's, like, right? Wendy's, yay. Like, it's so, and then it comes out with the judging, like, of just other people of, oh, you're going to feed your baby that, or you're going to do that. So just on that level, and the baby shower thing, on just so many things, it was, I remember, because I was probably the youngest to have kids, and then of my friends, and then going to these baby showers, and then all these like crazy things. And I'm like, does anybody know you're going to shit on the table when you have your baby? I just want to be the one to let you know that. Like, I remember, I'm like, who wants to know the real stuff? Like, it's just true. It's so true.
Jen, what is your nighttime routine for your first versus your third?
Okay, so I have 3 girls. I'm like, no, I'm joking. Okay, so my first daughter, she is 15, and
Okay.
I was younger, obviously, when I had her. My second daughter is 9, and my baby is 7. She just turned 7 yesterday. So put it this way: when my first daughter was born, I wouldn't even let her run. I'm like, don't run, you're gonna get hurt. Now I'm like, and everything had to be just so. I mean, I made sure she had like a bracelet on, like her hair was perfect, everything was just so. Now, my little one, she can do her own hair, pick out your own outfits, live your best life. So nighttime routine with my first one, I actually still lived with my parents when I had my first daughter. So my mother helped me. It was really my second daughter where I really felt like I did it on my own. And I remember I used to call up my mother and cry. I'm like, I can't do this. I need you here with me, but I was stricter with my first one. My little one, I'm a little bit more lenient because now I know she's my last one, so she gets away with murder. But as far, sleep routines, I realize that they're for me too, so that's when I know my day is done. So right. I would just say I was a little bit more lenient just because of the age that I was learning to be a mom. I was still growing up. But now it's different. Now, like, bedtime is bedtime. We stick to it because then I know now it's my time, So that was my difference as far as just my first to second and nighttime routines and stuff.
Yeah. But I feel like we have these, like, we're so, I don't know, cautious with our first, but it makes them a certain way so that we can have a second. Because if my firstborn wasn't the way that he is, I don't know if I would be able to handle motherhood the way that I am, because he is my rule follower. Yes. I know that if I say, hey, I'm taking them to bed, you stay down here, he's not going to be running in the front yard. Whereas my second kid, like, dude, he would be down the street, like, at the fire station, like, Mom, I'm climbing a ladder. Like, so I feel like it's important the way that we're, like, so wrapped into our first to make them into that person. Yeah. But what that Instagram post that you read, that actually was a legitimate conversation that I had at a friend's baby shower. And
oh my God.
Now when a friend gets pregnant, I send kind of a list of, like, these are the things your friends who don't have kids are going to want to buy you. Put them on your registry and be prepared to take them back. These are the things you're actually going to want and use.
Yes.
Like newborn shoes.
Oh.
No.
Why?
So stupid. So stupid.
No.
So
I remember
stupid.
somebody got Chloe Uggs. Like Uggs.
Right.
They didn't even, I'm like, her feet are going to get so warm. I can't put Uggs on her. That her feet get so warm,
So my biggest things that I tell people is, like, don't be afraid to have a huge bush and shit your pants.
Go for it.
Exactly.
And I always say my husband, like, my husband is so sweet because after all 3 of my kids, I'll be like, did I poop? And he'll be like, do you want an honest answer?
Oh my God.
We had
God, it's back.
Oh, no, I've seen it. Oh my God, it is. It's back. And it's, I'm so scared right now.
I feel like I need to record this too, though. Like, I feel like I need to get this.
It's a moth flying. Like, I can't even deal with this right now. It's going to come by me. It wants to be on Beauty and Bullshit.
I just need you to do this thing again, Jen. I just need you to get this movement again.
I'm never red, and I am beat red.
Let's not call it a moth. Let's call it a butterfly, and it'll be beauty, bullshit, and butterflies.
There you go.
I love it.
I love it. No, I actually had a quote that I wanted to share with her as well. Since I do have three daughters, I love this one. It said, my daughter doesn't need to sparkle and shine all the time. She can be fierce and feisty. She will be just fine. I love that. I mean, I'm a Brooklyn girl at heart. I take pride in being from Brooklyn. I love it. You know, I feel like it's a part of who I am, you know? So not that you have to be from Brooklyn to be fierce and feisty, because I mean, I met Lauren and she's my little fierce and feisty Jersey girl, you know? So I take pride in that. All three of my girls are different. So that resonated with me because I want them to, you know, be loving, but then like punch a bitch in her throat if need be. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I have 3 kids. My first 2 were boys, and we found out what we were having with my first 2. And then when I got pregnant with my third, it was, we knew we wanted a third, but the timing of it was a surprise. So we were like, let's keep up with the surprises. Let's not know what we're having. And until the moment I was giving birth, I was convinced I was having a third boy. And she came out, and my husband, she came out sunny side up. So she was upside down. And my husband goes, oh my God. And the doctor flipped her over, and he just had tears streaming down his face. And he goes, it's a baby girl. He tells me like a week later that he looked at her when she first came out and goes, that's a really weird looking set of balls. And then the doctor flipped her over, and he was like, oh, that's not a sack of balls.
That is great. That is great.
That's when he started crying. And so I wasn't like prepared to have a girl. And ever since I've had a girl, I've had all of these realizations of what I want from her. And just like you said, like, don't take shit from anybody. Like, I want you to be as prepared to go into a conference room, a workout room, walking down the street, and stand your own and be like, yes, I'm beautiful, I'm a woman, and I will take charge of this room. So because I was boy mom until I was a girl, and now I'm just like, go girl.
No, it's great.
How old's your daughter?
She just turned 1.
How old's your little one, your daughter?
She just turned.
She probably already rules the house.
Oh, she does. She has her brothers wrapped around her finger. And it was actually on Mother's Day last year that I went into labor. So it's kind of like every 5 years we'll have that special day together. And she'll be a pain in my ass.
Oh, wait until the teenage years. Just wait. And my kids don't, and listen, I'm dealing with it now, so good luck.
I know. My husband, luckily, is 6'10" and like, so he is not afraid to be like, listen. And that's
actually to just do the luck.
Right. So many people were like, you're not going to be able to say no to your little girl. And he's like, watch me.
Oh, he says that. No, it's funny. I'm one of 4 girls. So I'm the oldest. I have 3 younger sisters. And my father, when you would walk into my house, right before we'd walk into the actual house, he had in a frame a bullseye from when he would go shooting at a gun range, because we have a house, and it says boyfriends beware. And all his shots went straight to bullseye. And I'm like, Dad, I'm like, what? This is embarrassing. Like, what? And now that I'm a mom, I'm like, oh, we got to put those all over the house. So they
No one wants to do that. That would be my husband.
Mm-hmm.
My poor daughter.
She's so pretty too, Chloe. I mean, good luck.
How old is she?
Chloe is 10, going on 27.
Yeah. Don't they always?
It's the death of me. But my mom calls her Karma. This should have just named her Karma. Yes. I had to mention the candy game. What is it called, Jen, on Insta? It's the TikTok game with the toddler that they do, the candy. You put the candy out, and you did it with your son. And
yes.
I forgot. The
toddler challenge or the candy challenge?
Yes.
Candy challenge. And I was hysterical that your oldest was like, I'm not going to eat that. There's nothing healthy. So what's the trick? Because my kids aren't toddlers, so they like know that they'd be like, no, you'll walk away. I'm going to eat it. But I have to tell for anybody who hasn't watched it that she put candy out, and your oldest, right, was like, I don't want that. That's not healthy. Like, he was actually like, do you have veggies? Do you have
He was offended. He was offended that I was offering him jelly beans. He was like,
nerve of you.
And the thing that like just I could not have scripted it better, because this is the child that like is constantly asking me for sour gummy worms. Like always. Mom, when you go to the store, will you get sour gummy worms? Please, sour gummy worms. And so he, right before I filmed it, was like, Mom, what can I eat? And so I put the jelly beans down and I was like, hey, come in here. And this dude, but he has continued it for breakfast and for lunch and at snack time. He's like, Mom, I want a healthy snack. And I'll be like, what do you want that's healthy? And he'll be like, carrots, broccoli, celery. And I'm like, do you want ranch with that? And he's like, no, I just want the vegetables. And I'm like, well, Mama's eating ranch with it, so you're getting a side of ranch. Like, who are you?
And then your middle son.
This much ranch, this much vegetable.
And then your middle son was so cute because he's like, with the camera.
That
I could eat him.
That is my JoJo. He is 2.5, and he is my wild one. He is the one that, like, you never know what he is going to do, where he's going to take off, whatever. So the fact that he actually, like, I expected him to just grab handfuls and shove them into his mouth. The fact that he waited, I am, like, so impressed with him, because that is not his normal personality, and that is why I'm like, this could not have even been scripted any better.
That's hilarious.
So cute. Before we get, because we always do a little game on our show, I have to ask.
Game?
Yes.
Little game. Like, I know that you do a couple things where you do show you and the kids. Are you going to be planning to show yourself more? Because when people look at you, I feel like they don't really know, like, it's Angela and her family. Or do you like to keep it just quotes and stuff? Like, do you think you're going to come out more and maybe be more like, this is me? Or do you like kind of being a little more quiet and, you know, just your writing and stuff? What is your future plans?
Both. I tend to show a little bit more of myself when I'm doing like the longer blog entries, when I'm showing a little bit more of kind of my heart and what's going on behind the scenes. But at the same time, like, it's not about me. But the reason I created this entire Instagram account was not about me. So it's not about publicizing my face or my kids or trying to make a name for myself or trying to get like these big, like, I don't know, ads or whatever.
Right.
I don't even, like, I don't make money from my account.
Right.
It's not about this face and being like, hey, promote me. It's about me trying to connect with you. So I do show myself when I want to show you a bit of my heart, and it's when I'm being my most sincere and trying to be like, this is me. I hope you see that, like, I'm coming to you with an open heart. But when it comes to everything else, I like to keep it anonymous because I want you to know that I'm not doing it for myself. I'm doing it for you.
It's organic.
Well, I love it. I feel like you need a book. I see a book in your future. I see, like, I don't know. You need to keep it. You really do inspire. Like, I hope you know that. You really do.
All right. Well, what game am I going to win?
Oh, she's ready.
I don't think you understand how competitive I am.
I love this.
This is like Price is Right. You're ready to like come down and like, where are we going?
No, okay. I'm ready to win.
Well, it's that kind of game, Angela. Oh my God, now you're like making it really not seem fun. You just totally like brought the game down.
We got to get her back on another episode where we were competing. So this would be fun.
Yeah. Well,
right?
I will only be paired up with someone who wants to win as much as me.
That's right.
Well, I'm very competitive. So is Jen. But Jen's like really the fun, exciting one. I'll be like taking people down. Jen will be like in for the games, and I'll be like tackling people.
All right.
Jen will say though, when we're like really traveling and stuff, we're making a trip to Kansas City, and we're like gonna come and see it. That's happening. So
do you like barbecue?
Yes.
All food. And who doesn't like barbecue?
All right. If you like barbecue, if you like drinking, and if you like laughing, come on down. I'll show you.
So me and Lauren will be there as soon as we can.
We will come with the mask. I think.
Yeah.
Honey, you're watching the kids for the weekend.
Okay. So this is really easy. We're just going to ask you a bunch of questions, and you're just going to answer which answer
first comes to mind. Yeah.
Wait, but how do I win?
That's the next episode, Angela.
You're okay. Here's the thing: you win no matter what.
Okay.
No matter what. And then when we come down, you get like a full like hair and makeup and everything else, and that's your prize, right? There you go. Jen escaped her prize. And Jen's gonna send you her lashes. I just
your lashes. There you go.
Yeah. All right, I'm ready.
Okay. I'm like, I don't know what our prices are. This was more than
we have to do a whole nother episode in Kansas City where we're competing. Like, we have to bring oversized games. I'm already visualizing it.
Yeah, we're gonna. Okay. You're on a 10-hour family car ride. What would be worse? Ready? Number 1, running out of snacks. Obviously, you're with your kids, okay? Number 1, running out of snacks. 2, no electronics to keep them busy. Or 3, car sick, the kids are puking.
I would say running out of snacks because I need snacks too.
Okay.
Okay, next question. So this is some mama juice time, right? So your kids, you had a really long day. It was probably one of your worst days, like the day I had today, right? So your kids are finally down. What is your drink of choice? Is it wine, beer, or hard liquor?
Actually, it's beer, believe it or not.
What kind of beer? What's your favorite beer?
I like stouts, and I don't know, like my favorite brewery makes sours, so it's so weird. So sours and stouts, it's such a weird mix.
This is a raspberry sour.
My name is MommyWineTime, but my drink of choice is actually beer.
We just I just found my mouth. I'm crying. I'm literally crying. Okay, Angela, this is a home brew. I want to know if I can like send you this. My husband brews beer, and this is his raspberry sour.
My husband used to brew beer, and then he stopped once we had our second because it was taking 8 hours on a Sunday.
It does take a long time.
So now he makes red sauce instead.
Ooh, well, I would take some red sauce because I can't cook.
Love sauce.
Do an exchange. You send me sour beer, I'll send you red sauce.
Yeah. I don't like stouts. I like IPAs, but my husband loves stouts, so he likes stouts.
We have one of the best IPA breweries in the country in Kansas City.
We have to go, Lauren.
Wait, which brewery?
It's called BKS Artisanal Ales.
Okay.
And their brewer has had one of the top 5 IPAs in the country.
Jen, it's happening.
Yeah, just get ready. We're not when your doorbell rings and it's me and Lauren. Just be ready. We're taking you to.
I'm gonna be like, put on these eyelashes.
Yeah.
It's like no joke. It's really it. That is very cool. That was cool because I did not expect that. Okay. Is it my turn? It's my turn.
Yes, it's your turn. Yep.
Okay. All of a sudden, you have 2 hours alone by yourself. What do you do? I know. This is obviously like not in the real world. This is imaginary question, okay?
This is pre-kids.
Yeah. No, this is not kids. This is just an imaginary, like like Godmother came, like
Yes.
bippity boppity, 2 hours, 2 hours alone by yourself. What do? 1, on the couch, snacks, drinks, watching your favorite episode, right? Netflixing it. 2, cook or clean. I don't know who would do that, but that was an option. Or 3, you nap.
It would be 1, and it would be a Real Housewives of something.
Really?
I'm a Bravo fan.
Okay. Real Housewives and snacks and that. I would
and snacks and just vegging.
Yeah. See, I do that most nights, so when my kids go to sleep. So I feel like I nap it. Because I would never cook or clean by 2 hours.
Here's my thing about a daytime nap. You have to be like in the right mindset. And if I'm not like, if I have too much other stuff on my mind, I can't nap. So I would feel like it was wasted time. Whereas if I'm snacking, if I'm snacking, that's not wasted time.
That's true.
Definitely not.
That's true. So I guess, yeah, you're right with 1, just to eat and be watching the TV. But I just want to hide alone in the dark. So,
exactly.
Yeah.
And maybe I fall asleep while I'm watching Real Housewives of whatever.
That's like a win. That's a 2-in-1.
Right.
Last question.
Ready? So if you were able to describe yourself as a celebrity mom, who would you be? Would you be 1, Kris Jenner, 2, Jennifer Gardner, or 3, the evil stepmother from Cinderella?
I would say a mixture between B and C. Like, I feel like I'm a little bit of Jennifer Gardner, but when they piss me off, I'm the wicked stepmom. And I'm not afraid to admit it. Like, I will lay down the law if you're being an asshole.
That's right. That is right. Yep. I'm your mom. I am not your friend.
Right. Yeah. But I am not a momager. Unless my 1-year-old daughter turns out to be super hot, then I'll come back and change my answer.
I love her.
You're great. You are so awesome.
Amazing. Like, there's no words to this episode.
Look at it. Look at how perfect this is. I just finished my drink.
See? Perfect timing.
timing.
I still have to do a lot more, but Angela, I don't even know how to thank you. You're incredible. Really.
I love you guys. I can't wait for you to come visit.
We're really coming though. I'm like, it's not a joke.
Yeah. No, I expect you now.
No, thank you so much. Listen, I needed this today, so I can imagine all the other people that are tuning in that are watching this. You just bring so much laughter and just make us forget about what has happened throughout our crazy days sometimes. So thank you for being you.
Oh, you guys. I think that's the biggest thing as mothers is we just need to realize that some days are amazing. Some days are absolutely terrible. But as long as we can like connect with each other and realize that tomorrow's a new day, and you look at those sweet faces sleeping, finally, and you're like, this is what I was meant to do.
Yeah.
So thank you guys.
We always end with a quote, and there's nothing better to end with one of yours. And this is my favorite one. I think I either posted on my personal one or we posted on Beauty and Bullshit. I cannot remember, but I'm going to end it with that. Okay.
All right.
So what?
She
said
yes.
All right. Good.
All right, here we go. Today, I wasn't a good mom. I yelled too much, lost my patience too easily, got frustrated too often, but my kids went to bed fed, warm, and loved. We can't be a great mom every day. Tomorrow is a new day, and sometimes being a good mom means just being good enough. MommyWineTime. Thank you so much again. We truly love you.
Thank you so much, guys. I hope I see you soon.
We will talk to you soon.
All right.
Yes, Angela. Thank you. Have a great night.
Be safe. Bye.